Hello and welcome to a review of Nottingham's Craft Beer Festival, and I will apologise at the front of the review for this. This happened after I left the festival, nothing to do with the festival in any way, shape or form. I walked home. I didn't catch a bus or a taxi, I'll never know, even I don't know. I'd done 2 shifts, had the best ever time at the beer festival. And yeah, I fell over and knocked myself unconscious and walked around for 4 hours, and yeah, the rest is history. But we're going to talk about the amazing Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. Just had to get that out of the way first, to apologise, then have a quick swig. A 2-day event based in the Sneinton market area of Nottingham. Massive congratulations to Left Lion, the organisers of the Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. Left Lion is a magazine all about Nottingham. You know, if you can support them, do so please. So Nottingham Craft Beer Festival happened literally last Friday and Saturday, and it was a week where obviously in Nottingham there was some very, very sad news. You know, the murder of 3 people. They continued the event, obviously, you know, in their forts, security and all that. It is a worry whenever you do an event. But we'll talk about Friday first, then we'll talk about Saturday. So Friday, we got down there Friday, it was 5:30. Walked in, literally nobody there when we first got there. Some people were already inside. I think they must have been the early bird tickets. Got there and scanned the phone. A bloke straight away was offering to put the wristband thing on, and you went and got your glass, and I'll show you the glass, little pink glass. Here's the glass, and again, that's going to sit really well on the Raggy Beer wall. Future beer reviews in that. I would say it's one that you're going to have to hand wash, not dishwasher. You know, they're not cheap, all these glasses aren't. So they may have had to, you know, buy a slightly thinner version than previous years. It feels thinner anyway. I don't know if that's just me. I have actually got an older glass from a previous year. So I've got an older glass here. Not much thinner than that. A little thinner, but not much thinner. So maybe that's just me. So in any case, walked in, obviously Neon Raptor. The Neon Raptor got the slushy machines out. Oh, you know, massive seating area at the side of Neon Raptor. The food had moved up. So what you had was the First Avenue. That First Avenue, Bang the Elephant and Emperor's Brewery were at the front of that avenue. And I think it was Brew York at the other end, if memory serves me correctly. And again, Brew York, some of the breweries that were there, amazing breweries. I'd like to thank the likes of Brew York, because they really did put a display on. I understand it's difficult for breweries coming to Nottingham. If you're travelling, you've only got a little van, you know, you've got to bring the stuff, so it's not always easy. And a couple of breweries had issues with their Lindor machines. I don't know, Lindor sounds like a chocolate to me. Like I say, Bang the Elephant and Emperor's Brewery stole the show again. Lots of beers from them. Their Tuscan Raider pub that they're going to be opening up, which they wore the t-shirts for, funnily enough, at the beer festival. It's going to be great. So the likes of, there's lots of breweries there. I can't tell you each and every single brewery. I'll tell you the ones that I was impressed with. I was impressed with North. They had a good range of stuff on. Atom, was it Atom? 5 Up Brewing Company. They were really, really good. They bought a smallish bar, but it had lots of kegs on. And I suppose, you know, for some of these breweries, especially the breweries that put a bit of effort in, I suppose. Now, that's not being nasty to breweries, But the breweries that put a bit of effort in and brew stuff specifically for the event, and I'm going to talk about Magpie Brewery, Navigation Brewery, as well as them other two breweries. They really did pull the finger out for that event, and we're a credit to Nottingham's breweries. Obviously, the likes of Black Iris were there. They'd put a couple of new collaborations on. An Emperor's Brewery collab I've not seen before. I've got the review, but I can't get it off my phone. Yeah, I broke my phone, hence this, and I can't get it off the phone. So I haven't got the ability to get past this because the screen's broke. I can't get past the screen. So I can charge the phone, but I can't get past the screen. My abilities in that area just aren't good enough. Put it onto my computer, but it won't let me go any further. It won't let me get in, as it were. So that's an area that I'll have to find somebody who knows something about phones. So yeah, obviously great music options as always. Music through the day, and that takes some sorting out. And the old place. And this year, what they had this year, last year they had people doing glass washing. And that was a task, someone there, lots of glass washing going off. It's a cost as well. Now this year they had this thing where you push down on the glasses and it cleans it. And I was a little bit worried with them glasses, but they cleaned perfectly well. Let me just have a swig. It's literally Thursday now, and I did this on Sunday morning, about 1 in the morning. So yeah. Yeah, they had these little things to clean your glasses, so that took a lot of messing about out of the equation. People going up, cleaning the glasses, holding the glasses. Like I say, two rows of bars. You had the music, and for the first time this year, there was another avenue opened up, and there was all the eateries. Now, when you go through that avenue to the right, I did feel that could have been another bar area. Now, if I'm talking directly to the people behind Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, and I always want to drop a hint and maybe something for future years. So that the other two areas are perfect for your normal breweries and all that. But I feel that particular area, so you walk through into that last area where the food area is, and we'll talk about Bustlers as well, because that was really interesting. There's an area there that could hold like a nano / up and coming craft beer breweries. So if we're looking at Nottingham's up and coming craft beer breweries that have not got into the craft beer festival for whatever reason, space and whatnot. So locally, and these breweries, given enough time in advance, could work together to staff it, and I'm sure they would work together. And I'm talking about Project Coasters from Beer Mats Brewing Company, for starters. I'm talking about Lincoln Green's Black Shell project, and I'm talking about Blue Monkey and their craft beers. But I'm also talking about slightly further afield breweries that and Becca, not a nano brewery bar, but like an up and coming craft beer. And I know some of them breweries on there are not really up and coming, but they're not known for their craft as much as the other people are known for their craft, or have just gone into the craft market wholly. It's an interesting thing. I mean, if I wasn't bruised and battered, you could call it, Raggy's Invitation. I mean, I'd love to work with Nottingham Craft Beer Brewery. Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, and I'll put that out there. I'm willing to do work and talk to breweries and get these things set up, and get breweries that maybe can't have a bar on their own, But you know, if breweries now, all the breweries need to do when they're selling the beer, and it's a case of people playing nicely together to have more breweries there and sell their beer, even if, you know, there's things that can be done. There's thinking outside that box to have this invitation area. And I tell you now, if they know about it well in advance, it could work amazing for all those breweries. Certainly, you know, the Raggy Bar. Could you imagine something like? I mean, I'm not on about bumping my own prestige or anything like that up, but there's a way. There's always a way. You know, keep the format as it is. I love. So we'll talk about, you know, the food section. The food section this year was amazing, I think. Before, we were standing around waiting, and half the time you didn't eat because you just couldn't get anywhere near the food. There was just too many people, not enough food. This year, the food options were great. Got a right bump there. The food options were great. I went to there was a secret burger club. I went there and I had a burger with Stilton on. Oh, it was absolutely to die for. And then the second night, I had I think it was some chips or something. I think it was anyway. So you got lots of eateries around there. And then there was Bustler's Bar. Bustler's Bar was a new addition to Snanton Market. I did wonder how they were going to put that in there. Now, Bustler's Bar themselves had lots of different breweries on cask and keg. And again, that was a good addition. And I think it dilutes it down a bit, so there's not, you know, there's not too much pressure. Because pressure, you know, it helps, I think. So that area, you know, it's an interesting thing. But anyway, the second night I had an amazing night. I mean, literally through the whole of the 2 days I was down there talking to people coming up to me saying, "You're Raggy's Beer, I watch you all the time." And I did have a Raggy's Beer Review t-shirt on. Sadly, that got covered in blood because of me falling over. But hey ho, stuff happens. You know, please hydrate, eat food, never ever walk home on your own. Always walk with two of you. You know, don't single walk home on your own. Always have your transport options sorted. And take it from me, you know, even the best of us make mistakes. I made a mistake that night. I should have got a taxi or a thing. You know, I wouldn't have lost a phone. I wouldn't have lost 3 days of work, and then spent 10 hours in QMC. But live and learn. You know, one must live and learn from any issues. But the festival itself, let's talk about the festival. It was amazing, and on heart, I absolutely had the best time through the 2 days. I thought there was a great mix of breweries. Would I like some of the out of town breweries to maybe bring more machines and that? But I suppose, yes, it's getting them up here. Yes, it's, you know, I know 2 breweries, Track and Cloudwater, had issues with their machines. It was great to see Track here. It was great to see Cloudwater back. Getting these breweries, I mean, for me in the future, I'd like to see the likes of Beak and Daya and people like that up here. Whether they're interested in coming to Nottingham, there's another thing. Because I know they've been let down in the past by certain breweries. Wylam comes to mind. 2 years on the run let down. I think Buxton were another one. But yeah. But yeah, there's literally so much that can be done. And it's great to see the area getting bigger. And for me, we could have more in there. I suppose it's that thing of pallets and the cost of glasses. And I think that's what holds holds it back. Now, is there a thing where people could say, you could offer the thing where, look, you can have a pound less or a couple of quid less, and you can have a plastic glass? And which wouldn't go down well with a lot of people. But for people unlike me, for people who go in just for beers and that, I'm not really bothered about the glasses, there's an option. But anyway, and on our fantastic beer festival, absolute well done to everyone involved, everyone from the security staff to the organisers to the breweries, you all, and all the people as well. Literally, I saw no issues at all while I was there. I know there might have been 1 or 2 issues over the 2 days, but that was it. But yeah, it was an amazing time had by all, and it's an absolute asset to Nottingham and Nottingham's craft beer world, and yeah, and it's only ever going to keep getting better as long as it carries on, obviously. But yeah, massive thank you to Left Line people, and massive thank you for the care package that was sent to me after seeing this, me losing my glass, and my self-esteem, and pride, and a lot of other things, you know, and the fact that I will never do two sessions again, because if I can't trust myself to stop after 1 session, then, you know, if I can't trust myself to stop after a certain time of night, but I think it was just bad judgment at the end, you know, it's what it is. Can't win them all. 30 odd years of going out boozing and walking home, and never have I fell over and never done what I did and got a right bump on the arm there. Yeah, it is what it is. But proud of the Nottingham beer community and scene, and I hope friendships have come from this. This is another good thing about the Craft Beer Festival, because friendships do come when breweries come here and start talking to each other. Friendships do come, and there were some lovely people from out of town, and I'd like to thank all of them for coming. Yeah, I'm not going through all the names because I can't remember them all, you know, not with this bothering me. But yeah, thank you all. Brilliant beer festival. Cheers, and along with you.